Participatory budgeting, or PB, is local people deciding how to allocate part of a public budget. Its purpose is to involve people in decisions which affect them, and through the process to renew democracy, tailor public services to local needs, and empower people to take ownership for their area.
Well, I'm the neighbourhood manager for the estate in Camborne, and we were approached to do it as a pilot scheme. We advertised it in the newsletter that goes out once every 2 months to every household, on the notice boards and through the residents' associations and just community development people we had got in contact with, and urged people to come forward and take part.
I was there while the voting was going on, and I thought what a fair and democratic way of carrying out some really important work. Very fair.
If somebody says, well, what are you doing, and where's this money come from, and why have you got it, and why aren't you doing this, this and this, you can then say, well, did you come to the day, did you vote? Because everybody had information about it, so you could actually come along and vote for what you wanted. And if that's what you really want, why don't you go to the office and see Debbie, find out when the next day is, and tell her that that's what you want in your community, and go for it.
We have a very active Saturday morning session. And although it occurs in a church, and I represent church, it isn't church people that attend. It's always been community people attending, because there's nothing else like it in the area. And we're not heavy on the Christian aspect of it, more known about our faith by our actions rather than words.
Well, I first started doing the cooking with the youngsters with the Eat Some project, and I thought, well, to get it up and running more, because there was no cooker, so I thought I'll put in a bid to see how much we can get to get the cooker and cooking equipment.
We got the backing for the bingo, and I'm hoping that it will bring the community together.
It's helped me get out of the shyness and help the youngsters.
We can do a lot more for the kids, like take them out for trips and other bits and pieces for the kids and adults.
We have something called the Creative Arts Project, and this was something to inspire the people in Trenear. The benefits to the people in the community are immense. As we've seen, there's been lots in the group that have benefited from this, bringing up self-esteem, better well-being, and even health benefits, to be honest with you, less depression and anxiety. But also personally, I felt that it's benefited me tremendously with leading the group and running it, is because I've been able to see people that I would never meet before and would never have met.
Well, I'm more interested in what's going on now than I used to be. I wouldn't have done, or wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now without the input of the group.
We want it to carry on, and our end vision is to have a lovely piece of sculpture in the middle of Trenear with poetry blasted on it as a community project.
I hope that my project will bring those people in and that they will become empowered. I would like to see this community empowered to be running itself.
Well, I was taken by surprise really when one of the young lads, aged 13, said that he was going to apply for some money, and I thought it was a very admirable thing for a young lad to do. And so he and an even younger lad, I think Matthew's 13, Callum's 9, with some help from their mother, completed the application, and this was the first I heard of participatory budgeting. And I thought that's a wonderful idea, especially for young people to get involved in, to enable them that young to take some responsibility and authority.
I will make sure it makes a difference in the lives of the people here.
The community made up their minds and voted. a much, much better way than some stiff shirts in some room or other who are probably a million miles away.
And it proved to be not just good for participatory budgeting, but it was a massive success in getting the people on this estate to come out and do something socially together.
The PB unit is a project of Church Action on Poverty, seeking to give a voice to those who experience life in poverty. We believe PB can improve community cohesion by involving all sectors of the community in redistributing funding to where it's needed.